Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look at a new feature that MagicPath have just released called Libraries. Now libraries is simply a collection of different elements or components that you've made that you can then put together in a reusable file that you can then reference and use in the various projects you're making. So when you're inside the projects, you can click on Libraries on the left side and you can see all the libraries that you have saved. Three standard default libraries you can use, which are the mobile library, the marketing and landing pages library, and the Shadcyan library, all of which are made by the MagicPath team, which you can use. But you can also make your own, which is what we will do later on in this video. So let's just check out the mobile library, one of the default ones. And as you can see, we have a lot of different components and elements made. So you have this battery widget, calendar events, the weather, all of which you would probably find in a modern phone, like an iPhone. Got all of this, stocks, Wi-Fi card, network list, different types of bars, calendars, icon buttons, keyboards, keypads, even something like this, which like messages. There's a lot of stuff, even Instagram feed looking components as well. So there's a lot of components here, and you can reference these in different projects you're using, or any project you're using, by simply just going to the libraries in the left tab, and then you can click on one of these, and then it'll open up the library, and then you can click on something you want to import and click on insert instance. In today's video, we're going to create a simple component library, a collection of different buttons we like. And we're also going to see how you can use that in existing projects, how you can mix and match different libraries, some of which I've already created myself, into something that looks clean and nice and cohesive. So let's get started. So we're just going to double click to create a new component. I'm going to say create a standard button. And then we can also choose our design system we want to use. I think for this video, let's use this one that I've made, my custom one called Clean Blue. I click that. Actually, let's use Vercel. So use Vercel, create a standard button, click on enter. What's good about MagicPath, you can create multiple components at the same time. So I'm going to create another one. We say create a secondary button, and you can say it should have no fill color but has a border color with visible text but dark border plus text. I'm just going to enter this, and yeah, we have this button that we're making here, just polishing it off and finishing it up, and we have this other button here. Okay, so what we can do with this, it finishes, we can make this text color white just so it's visible, and this takes up no credits. We click on save, and we have our secondary button here. I'm just finishing this up as well. Thinking these buttons are a bit basic, but we can create more complex buttons. We can prompt it. We can actually remove this design system if we don't need it as well, because we're creating a collection of different and interesting buttons. You can prompt it and say create a button that is fully rounded / pilled when I hover on it, hover state, it should change color by transitioning the new color from right to left. As I create a so we're just going to tidy this up a bit and then send it. And what we can also do is we can go to external component libraries such as 21st Dev, and we can click on a button we like, click on open component, and then we can also click on copy prompt and copy the prompt, go back to MagicPath and say create this button component using the code below, and paste the code in there and click on enter. Okay, this hover state doesn't work properly, so we're just going to prompt it in here. I'm going to say make sure that when hovering on the button it changes, and let's say to green. Put the background / fill color changes to green. Let's enter that, click on generate. Hopefully this should fix it. And then this button doesn't seem to be implemented. See if you can click me. Okay, it's not quite working, so let's create a new one. And let's go back here and copy it again. And let's say implement this button component, please. Use the code below and implement. And then paste this. Okay, it's describing it, but we want it to actually implement it. Don't describe, just make and implement the button using the code. Should I paste it again? Okay, it's not quite working as I want. It's not quite created the rainbow effects, but what we can do, we can have a deeper look at this and we can try and describe it. So we got a rainbow spectrum of colors underneath the button that move. So what we can do is we can say underneath the button should be a moving spectrum of colors / a rainbow that move / oscillate. Let's see if that works. But what I actually did is I got another button. I got this one, and MagicPath has actually implemented this a lot better. As you can see, we've got the nice hover effect, and that is this one. I just simply did the same thing. I clicked on copy prompt and I copied the prompt. I just used the bolt. I know this one does work, but you can experiment with different prompt types, see which one works the best. So yeah, as you can see, we've got a nice hover effect on this one. And let's see this. Okay, it's not quite visible yet, which is an issue. I've gone back to 21st Dev. I've taken a screenshot of the actual button, and MagicPath has actually understood. So absolutely, I'll update the button so the spectrum below is a blurred, diffuse, colored glow with a subtle multi-stop gradient. Just like the style on your screenshot. That's probably a better idea. MagicPath is really good at replicating images. It's really improved as well. So you'll see a lot of better integration when it comes to uploading an image and then building a component. Yep, and it looks a lot better and a lot more like the rainbow button component that we saw on 21st Dev. So I'm really happy with that. And once again, you can go in here and you can change the button color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it to black instead of white. And then I'm going to change the text color from black too light. Click on save. Now to turn this from a regular project to a library, you simply click on this drop down arrow here, click on turn into a library, and then click on confirm. And then what you have to do, go back to files, and then make sure it's visible here, so that you can use it in your projects. Use this. So let's go into a project I have, and then if we move across, let's actually use one of the sections I've got in my existing library. So this SAS landing page, and then let's say I choose this one, insert instance. This is from my existing library. Yep, so it's here, it's visible. And then what I can do is I can go to the library I just created, which is the button one here. Open this. I can maybe choose this colorful gradient one, insert instance, and it's loaded here. And then I can say, go on here, click on MagicPath, and say change all the primary buttons to, and then we can use the referencing feature, and we can click on colorful gradient button. And this works perfectly. As you can see, we've got the button from here, from this component, and we've imported it in here, and it works perfectly. Obviously you need to match the size of these two buttons so it looks more cohesive, but you get the idea. So that was a quick tutorial on demonstration how to utilize MagicPath's new component libraries feature. So what we did, we created our own button library. We used the button in one of my other libraries, my SAS landing page library. We got that component, which is this hero section, and we used the button in this hero section. So that was a quick demonstration. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, any queries, any challenges, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more content like this, also let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.